Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are doing well this evening, wherever you are in the world. I decided to go live a couple of minutes early. I'm going to give people a few minutes to come in here. I got Friday Night SmackDown on the TV right now. I wanted to redo part two of my Mission Pro Wrestling Tournament Out of Hell experience video from yesterday. Part one was really great. I got a lot of positive feedback from that one. I want to thank Dr. Rob Stinson, Monica Lester, and of course Thunder Rosa for all their wonderful feedback on that. Two more bottles as well, and Dave Scooby, one of my fellow members of the NWA fam. Y'all were really nice to me on with regards to part one, and part two just felt kind of rushed yesterday, and I didn't feel like I presented myself in an appropriate way. And I want to do good for Mission Pro Wrestling. I want to do good for Thunder Rosa and her team because they've been treating me so well. Thunder Rosa, especially over this past year, and I'm not trying to come across as some sort of professional here. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not somebody who does interviews. I'm not doing a YouTube channel just to try to make a brand or make a name for myself. I just want to. I'm just a fan, and I just want to show my appreciation. And I think doing videos like this and sharing my experience, which is something that nobody else in the world better than me can do, is the best way I can show my appreciation for how Mission Pro Wrestling Tournament Out of Hell was the greatest experience of my life. And it feels like everything in my life led up to that moment, because I never felt like I was making more of a difference in the world or helping to make more of a difference in the world, and I never felt so appreciated than I was on Friday, November 6th at Pinball's Kingdom in Buda, Texas. And I'm doing this video live tonight to give myself ample time to wrap everything up, because it's time to move on. As much as I really loved Tournament Out of Hell, and I'll always remember it, it's time to move on to Mission Pro Wrestling Run It Back, Friday, December 11th at Pinball's Kingdom in Buda, Texas. The card is really stacked. If you go on Mission Pro Wrestling's Twitter page or Facebook page, I'm sure it's on Instagram too. I don't really do Instagram very much, but I know they got a big 8-match card. I believe there's 8 matches on there already, and there might be more. I don't know, but it's a really stacked card. They got 3 championships on the line on December 11th, and I can't wait to watch it on the Title Match Network. I really wish that I could be there live in person again, but I will be back. I will be back one day to Mission Pro Wrestling. That I was nervous about taking that trip by myself, but I made it up there all right, and it was a really nice experience. It was nice to right now and go and do something different and take a risk like that. My connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to, whatever that means. Okay. So 2 more minutes until I was actually scheduled to go live. 1 more minute now. So checking Twitter here. I wonder what that means. My connection is unstable. Oh well. The beauty of live internet, right? I guess I'm going to start talking. I left off with part 1. I was right at intermission, and I was able to go and do some meet and greets and buy some merchandise. I met Miss Ray Lynn, very nice lady. She treated me very respectful, and she reminded me about social distancing. I talked to her about her little dog. I think his name is Star Lord. And when I did that, the tone of her voice just became so positive. She was so happy, and that really meant a lot to me, that she lit up like that when I brought him up. And this was actually the first picture that I took of her. It was kind of blurry. I went back after the show was over and took another picture with her, and that's when she reminded me about social distancing. And she was nice enough to hold my Kindle up for me, and so that we could both be in the picture together. and I bought 2 pieces of merchandise from her. So thank you, Miss Raylan. I met Miss Holiday. Thank you for your picture as well, Miss Holiday, and for the merch. Heidi Hollitzer, Jenna Lynn. I pretty much bought merchandise from all the ladies that I saw had merchandise out for sale. Um, Heidi Hollitzer and Jenna Lynn both were at the same table, and Heidi thanked me for the video that I made earlier last week, thanking all the wrestlers, just in case I wasn't able to make it up there for the show for some unpredictable reason. She thanked me for the video that I made. That's on my YouTube page as well. And Jenna Lynn talked to me about how she knows what it's like for somebody like me. She was a fan once, so it was nice to have that interaction. Bought a piece of merchandise from each one of them, took a picture of them together since they were both at the same table. Also met Miss One Eye Thick Thigh the Woad. She bought a piece of merchandise from her. I made that a point. You know, ThunderRosa.net. I love that website. Monica, her best friend Monica, does a great job with that website, and that website is always going to be easily accessible for me. And I'm going to be back on that website very soon to buy some more merchandise. But I wanted to take this opportunity while I was there with all these wrestlers to show them some support as well. I went over and talked to Vert Vixen. I got to know her earlier this past year on her Twitch stream. She's a very nice lady. She remembered my name. That meant an awful lot. I talked to her about her boyfriend and her 3 dogs, and she signed her piece of merch to Ryan, You're Amazing. And she gave me a sticker, a little Game Boy sticker with her character on it at no additional charge. Very nice. La Rosa Negra, very unique autograph from her. But she had a nice piece of merch that I got from her, and both La Rosa Negra and Vert Vixen posed with the little peace symbols up like that. Very, very adorable pictures. I really love all the pictures that I have. I posted them on social media, and they're going to be nice mementos that I'm going to be able to have for the rest of my life. Some of them are a little blurry, but I can tell. But I can tell who it is, and I can see and I remember, you know, what it was like to take those pictures, and I remember the feeling that I had in my heart when I met these people. So that's all that matters, right? Okay, let's see. So after intermission, the matches continue. Thunder Rosa versus Raylan with the next match. Everybody was so excited to see Thunder Rosa. She was so pumped up walking around the ring. I was holding up my red Loteria card shirt when she came walking by me. She and Raylan had a great match. Of course, I was cheering for Thunder Rosa all the way through. She's my all-time favorite wrestler. Thunder Rosa and Raylan came right in front of me. And fought right in front of me, so that was really exciting. But by the end of that match, I was applauding for both women. I almost wanted to cheer for Raylan at some points during that match, but I couldn't do that to La Meta. I still don't think I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, Thunder Rosa. I still don't think I'm saying that right. But Thunder Rosa for the win in that match, and then we had Genocide versus the Woad. That was a really powerful match. Both women had the upper hand at certain points during that match, but eventually Genocide had the win. And then you had the 2 tournament semifinal matches to see who would go on to the finals to crown the MPW champion. The finals are going to be happening at Running Back on December 11th. Title Match Network, or go to missionprowrestling.net and get your tickets for the show. You know, it's very cheap. VIP tickets are a little more expensive, of course, but you get to sit at ringside, and you get to take your picture with all the wrestlers standing in the ring, and you get a nice merch bag with T-shirts and a bunch of other goodies. An autographed poster as well is going to be in that merch bag, I'm sure. So it's worth the money. It's a wonderful experience. But the 2 semifinal matches, you had La Rosa Negra versus the PPW Women's Champion Maddie Rankowski, and Maddie looked like she was going to get the win, but out of nowhere comes Jasmine Allure when the referee was distracted, and she hits Maddie Rankowski with the PPW Women's title, allowing La Rosa Negra to pick up the win. So La Rosa Negra advances to the finals. And I'm happy to see that Maddie is going to get her revenge, get an opportunity to get revenge against Jasmine Allure at MPW Run It Back when she puts her PBW Women's Championship on the line against her. So I hope I wasn't for Maddie in the tournament. I was cheering for her opponents at Tournament Out of Hell, but I hope that Maddie does give Jasmine Allure a reality check at Run It Back. So I'm gonna be pulling for her. And then the main event of the night, Lacey Ryan versus Rachel Rose. I want to talk about both of these women. Lacey Ryan, I did not have the pleasure of meeting her and getting a picture with her. I didn't see any of her merch out for sale, unfortunately. But I want to say Lacey Ryan is a beast. I have become a big fan of hers watching her on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and on Primetime Live. She has a lot of intensity in the ring. She's very athletic. She's very good at what she does. She sells everything. When something good happens in the match, she sells it very well. When something bad happens to her, she sells that too. And that's and all those reasons are why I ranked her number one when Mission Pro Wrestling sent a message out over Twitter and asked, "What are your power rankings from the last three shows? Genesis, Hell Hath No Fury, and Out of Hell." I think I had Genocide at number 5. La Rosa Negra is number 4, I believe. Maddie Rankowski was number 3. Thunder Rosa, my all-time favorite wrestler, I had her ranked number 2. I put Lacey Ryan as number 1 because she wrestled 2 matches in one night at Out of Hell. She won both of them legitimately, and one of the matches she had going into it, the one with Rachel Rose, she had an issue with her knee, but she pulled it out. And then she had that big brawl at the end of the show with La Rosa Negra, and the whole locker room had to come out to separate these two ladies, and we were chanting, "Let them fight or fight forever." You know, it's on Title Match Network. Go check it out. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait for that match. I'm sure that match is going to be the main event of Run It Back, but we'll see what happens. Rachel Rose. Now, my friend Dr. Rob Stinson and I were cheering for the Queen of House Rose in both of her matches that night, and it was fun when before the match started, Lacey Ryan looked at both of us and smiled, and I forgot what Dr. Stinson told her, but I know I looked at Lacey. I don't know if she heard me, but I said it's all business. It's all part of the beauty and the fun of professional wrestling, you know. We were all set to bend the knee for him when she walked past us. She pointed. We took that one knee down and we bowed to our queen. And Rachel Rose lost that match, but she takes really nice pictures. And I got to give a shout out to Bryant D Photography. Give him a follow on social media because he took a lot of pictures from that show. He goes to a lot of independent wrestling shows in Texas, and he takes wonderful pictures. And Rachel Rose is very photogenic. And I'm talking about Rachel Rose because out of all the pictures that I saw posted on Brian D Photography social media from Tournament Out of Hell, Rachel Rose had the best one. And it was the one where she's standing in front of a young fan, a young lady, and she was dressed up in some sort of Halloween costume. She was dressed, and the young lady was dressed up, and Rachel had her bend the knee. And the picture right after that, you could see the look on Rachel Rose's face, how she was smiling and how happy that made her, and how she knows she had that nice interaction with that young fan, and how I'm sure that was one of the highlights of that little young lady's night. So that's why that was my favorite picture, the one where she has her actually bending the knee, and you see the young girl doing it. So I want to give a shout out to her. She was one of the last people I met. Rachel Rose. She was one of the last people I met that night, and got a piece of merch from her. I shared all my pictures of my merch and all my pictures of that I got with the wrestlers or of the wrestlers on social media. And she takes a very nice picture. So thank you, Rachel Rose. Thank you to all the women of Mission Pro for helping to make Tournament Out of Hell such a wonderful experience for me. After the show was over, I stuck around for a little while longer because I was, wanting to see if I could help in any way with breaking everything down. And Thunder Rosa. I talked to her one last time, and I got my picture with her, and I told her thank you. I told her I love her, and and then I just caught her walking back and she was walking back and forth, trying to get everything situated, trying to get everything wrapped up, and me, I'm just a fan. I'm a big fan, but I'm just a fan. And I stopped Thunder Rose and I asked her, do you need any help with anything? Is there anything I can do for you? And I talked to her so easily, like I'm talking to one of you, or I'm talking to somebody in my family or a coworker. And it really meant a lot to be able to talk to my all-time favorite wrestler that way. I'm sorry. I wish I would have stuck around and long enough so I could have told her goodbye, but I guess there's a reason why that didn't happen, because when you tell somebody goodbye, it may mean that you're never going to see them again, but I hope that I will see Thunder Rosa again. I hope I will see all these wonderful people again. Because I'm not going to be there on December 11th, but I have hope that I will. Um, anyway, I did try to help a little bit with the breaking down of the ring, and try to help put the tables away, but they had so many other people doing that. That's one of the things that Thunder Rosa does with Mission Pro Wrestling, is that it's not about the wrestling aspect of it. It's about setting up for the show. It's about um, selling your own merch, of course. Because I know, I guess in a lot of wrestling companies, you got other people who are selling the merchandise for the wrestlers, but the wrestlers themselves sell their merch, and they set up their tables, and they break down their tables, and they set up the ring, and they take down the ring. They get trained to do to promote. They get trained as referees, as ring announcers, as commentators. It's just and working the cameras as well. So so Mission Pro Wrestling is more than just teaching these women how to be better in the ring, and how to better interact with the fans. It's about setting them up to be good business women, and that's why Mission that's and all that is why Mission Pro Wrestling is my favorite wrestling promotion right now. Because the boss is a wonderful lady. She's been very wonderful to me this past year, and I've told her how wonderful she's been to me, and all these wrestlers treat me with a lot of respect. They treat me with respect online. They let me interact with them as a fan online, and have fun with them. Not much. I mean, most of the time it's just a like or a retweet on something, but once in a while they comment, or they I see that they're trying to cut promos on each other online, and I put my 2 cents in, and it is nice that they let fans like me do that. Could I guess why else would they be doing it? Putting it out there on social media, if they wouldn't want other people to try and come on and join in on the fun. So that about wraps it up, I think. Because not too long after that, the last thing I remember doing was trying to fold one of the tables, and Vert Vixen came along and was nice enough to show me what I needed to do to fold it up properly. So, Ms. Vixen, thank you for giving me a lesson on how to fold tables. I really appreciate that. Um, you know, so for so long in my life, there were times when I woke up and I wish I hadn't, and there were times that I wish I was never born. Um, but lately, I really have not been feeling that way. I've been really excited to get up in the mornings and come on social media before I go to work or on my days off, and just see what Thunder Rosa is doing, just to see what all of all my favorite wrestlers are doing, or just my regular friends, who I've known online for a while. I really look forward to that now, and I look for opportunities to lift them up as much as they lift me up. I think that's a good purpose to have in life. To you know, people say be positive, but it's true. You should be positive, and you need to tell people that they matter, and you need to show the world that you matter. But it's not about just saying it. It's about action, and I'm ready to take that action. I'm taking it online. I'm ready to start taking that in my personal life as well, because I'm tired of letting things in my personal life get to me, like my job. Um, I'm not going to let that stuff get me down anymore. I might start looking for other opportunities out there, and see if there's something out there that can make me happy and make me feel like I'm making a difference in the world. I know I'm already making a difference in the world. Thunder Rosa and Mission Pro Wrestling helped me, or gave me an opportunity to make a difference for people, and I'm eternally grateful to them. But but that's just one aspect of life that I can make a difference, and I need to try and find other ways to make a difference. Find as many opportunities as I can, and that's the advice that I give to all of you out there. Find things that make you happy. I've been saying that for a while now. Find things that make you happy, and just be a good person, and just let people know that you care. And if they truly, opportunities will come, but you have to be patient, and they do come. You have to be ready, and I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever comes next. Thank you, Thunder Rosa. Thank you to everybody on the Mission Pro Wrestling team. I will never forget my experience at Tournament Out of Hell. And now it's on to Run It Back. I can't wait for that show. I hope y'all go to missionprowrestling.net and check out all the great stuff that's on there. You got the information about the show. You got you can buy your tickets if you can make it to the Buda, Texas area. They got great merchandise on there. I got my Mission Pro Wrestling shirt. They got all kinds of custom matches there. And when you purchase these custom matches, they're yours forever. You download them, and you can have them saved to your computer or your phone, and you can watch them anytime you want. They're yours forever. And very, very talented wrestlers on that in that custom store. And I'm glad that I saw a lot of them perform this past Friday, November 6th. So, and then don't forget to get your subscription to the Title Match Network, $9.99 a month. Make sure it's the new Title Match Network. I made that mistake when I first got my subscription. It has to be the new one. There's a process that you have to follow for that. It's not complicated, but you want to make sure that if you can't make it to the Buda, Texas area, if you are a wrestling fan, it's an all women show, but that really doesn't matter, okay? Because these women are great. They're great inside the ring. They're wonderful people outside the ring. And you're not going to want to miss this show. MPW Run It Back, Friday, December 11th, Pinball's Kingdom, Buda, Texas. Start bell time is 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll be watching, so I hope y'all will join me. And I'm almost at the 25-minute mark. I only wanted to go about 15 or 20 minutes here. So I think I've done enough talking for tonight. And this will conclude. This will be part 2. This will be my conclusion of my experience at Mission Pro Wrestling Tournament Out of Hell. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Please take care, and best wishes.